This Thanksgrilling series, it's going to be huge.
You can't miss out on this.
Not this one.
Shoot, yeah, those Kingsford Pellets provide the best flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get it started.
Happy holidays, recteq family. We're going to bring you an old school classic. I'm going to show you how to make a delicious smoked garlic sourdough from scratch. You heard that right. We're making sourdough on that recteq pellet grill today. We've got our sourdough starter, and again, you can purchase these commercially or you can make your own. It does take about 7 to 10 days. It's really simple. You're just going to add some water, some bread flour, allow that to sit over the night, and then every probably 12 to 24 hours, you're going to feed this with a little bit more flour. This sourdough starter here, it came from one of my chef buddies. It's over 2,000 years old. So Chef X, we definitely appreciate you hooking it up. We've got about 1.5 cups of warm water. We're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of this sourdough starter here, and you can see kind of how like sticky and delicious and bubbly this is gonna be. And we're just gonna dissolve this starter into this water here. And again, there's no additional yeast because all of the fermentation we need is located within that starter itself. Oh man, so good. Okay, it's going to kind of look like a cloudy mess, but just stir it up and kind of dissolve that starter. It already smells like bread. Perfect. We're going to add this to our mixing bowl. To that, we're going to add a couple cloves of smoked garlic. We've cooked this off on the RT340 at about 200 degrees using those Kingsford maple pellets. And you can use any sort of flavorings you want in here. I love the simplicity of that smoked garlic. Add in some Colden's Freakin Greek for a little bit of herb flavor. And we're going to slowly add in some bread flour, and I'm just going to use the fork to kind of get this started. We'll finish kneading it by hand, but add about half that flour in there. And go ahead and just start to mix until it kind of comes together. Oh man, you can already smell that smoked garlic. This is going to be amazing. Add a little more of that flour. I'm going to go ahead and start working this by hand in the bowl before we turn it off. We're just going to start to knead this in here. Once it kind of comes together, we can put it on the board and take all that flour and start to get our exercise. And to knead, it's really simple. Basically, you're just going to take the dough, fold it over itself, use the palm of your hand, and kind of give it a stretch at the same time. We're going to want to knead this until we developed a good bit of gluten in here, and that dough is going to be really nice and smooth. Oh, man, that roasted garlic. Once you make bread by hand, you'll never want to buy it at the store again. Well, maybe you will, but at least now you know how to make it from scratch. We've worked that dough really nice. It's got a great stretchiness to it, good elasticity, and I'll show you a really cool way to bake this off. Whew, sourdough from scratch. We cooked it on the RT590 using those delicious Kingsford pellets. We got that parchment paper there, it makes it really easy to get out, but look at this loaf of bread. I mean, crispy, delicious. If your bread has a heartbeat, I'm telling you, that's how you know this is going to be a delicious, delicious loaf of bread. We cooked this on the RT590 at 500 degrees. We had it in that cast enamel Dutch oven. We put that lid on there, and about 20 minutes afterwards, we brushed the top with some butter, took that lid off, and I got to tell you, The smell coming off of this roasted garlic sourdough bread is something fierce. If you guys want this recipe and more, make sure you subscribe to Kingsford and recteq's YouTube channel for the latest and greatest in holiday content. We'll see you at the recteq.